Hello everybody and welcome back. Our party have killed some bandits and some wolves, and we have a prisoner tied up in a cage here along with a wolf. And he seemed extremely resistant to interrogation, and we might find out why, because he was particularly scared of somebody called the Master, who lives behind a secret door here. So we might as well just assume we can find its edges quite quickly and open it. Now there is somebody in this room, and they did hear all this fighting here. They didn't expect us to find this secret door. They are ready for the worst case scenario. They are hoping that we won't come in. But they were lying in bed and they're now up and they have their armor on. So, will we surprise them by opening this secret door? Let's roll to see if anyone is surprised. There is no surprise. Right, so we open this door and we're going to rush this person who has initiative. And we get initiative. Right, that's good, because this person has an action. They get initiative, but they still might do it. Let's do spells first. I'll do Sylvia with a magic missile. She does 4 points of damage. This person is an evil cleric, and they're level 4, and they have 20 to 16 HP. Liz is gonna try and shoot, though there are some people in the way. She misses. He's got an AC of 4. Goblin is gonna have a go. She has a lot to be angry about. And look at that, she takes that anger out. Yep, she does max hit and max damage. She gets +1 for her strength, so that's 7 points. He's down from 16 to 9. And can Cleric actually finish this guy off? He hits arm class 1, yes, and he does 5 damage. He's from 9 to 4. It's this character's go. Does his morale break? He needs to throw a 12. Oh boy, nearly but not quite. What was his intentions? His first move is to pull one of 2 levers on a wall, and he does that. So he's here, he's got badly beaten on by us, and he runs over to this wall here where there are 2 levers, and he pulls one. That pulls back a curtain here where there's a cage, and the cage doors open, and inside are 2 snow apes. These were the giant monkeys we were told of. Now a snow ape is a new monster, and it looks like that. It's a rather badly drawn snow ape. They have a bizarre hugging attack. It's going to take a round for them to come out, so it's now round 2. Let's see who has initiative. The apes won't come out this turn. And we get initiative again. Let's do missiles. This guy has 4 hit points left. That's a miss from Liz. Melee. Cleric is going to try and use the flat of his sword to see if he can knock this guy unconscious. And yes, he hits. He does enough damage to knock this master unconscious, so we have a second prisoner. These snow apes are using their turn to rush into the room. They look vicious. We're going to take up a defensive stance, and it's round 3. And sure enough, these apes, we're told, attack anyone on sight. And they seem to be fast as well. They get initiative. So they do 2 attacks. One attack is a hit with a club, and the other attack is called a hug, and if the hug is successful, they apparently keep hugging. We'll do one on Cleric, and both those attacks miss, which I'm quite glad at, because look at that hug attack for 11. And then we're going to have to do 2 on Goblin. Well, she gets hit with the club. They have attack over 16, so Goblin has 5 points taken off her. She's from 17 to 12. Right, our turn. Okay, Sylvia is on melee, so we'll do the usual. Liz. She gets a -3 tackle penalty, which means all her benefits go, but she still hits AC 2 and does 5 damage. One of the apes is from 12 to 7 HP. Going. It's on that ape, and she misses. Sylvia and Cleric are on the largest one, and Sylvia misses. And Cleric hits excellent and does 12 damage. It's from 17 to 5. Wow. Alright. Okay. Round 3. And they get initiative again. One of the snow apes is going to go for Cleric. Both those attacks miss. And then one of them is going to go for Goblin. And the hug attack misses. And she has AC 1, so the club attack misses. That's their go. Liz, again, she's going for the one on the Cleric. She misses. Goblin can't defend herself. Sylvia misses. Cleric, can he save himself? Yes. He kills the largest of the apes. It's round 4. And we get initiative. Let's see if we can just take this ape out. It's got 7 HP left. Liz could one-shot it, but she doesn't. She does hit it though, and does 4 damage. It is down to 3 HP. Can go and save herself. And she hits AC 4, it has AC 6, max damage, yes. We have 2 dead snow apes. We don't have another rope, so we just have to strip this Cleric of his weapons and his helmet and throw some water on his face to try and wake him up. This Cleric is going to be extremely uncooperative, he is evil. Let's get some questions ready and we'll begin to interrogate him. We're going to interrogate this priest. I'm going to use the reaction roll table again, but I'm going to apply a -2 to every roll because this guy's deranged. So we're going to ask him the similar questions as to before. How many people are in this cave network? Oh, he throws a 3. Well, if I apply a -2 to that, that's off the chart. It's immediately attack. Right. We don't have a rope to tie him up. And he doesn't have his weapons, but he just lashes out and tries to punch Cleric in the face. He might actually connect. He doesn't. Right. We're going to try the same stunt. Let's stick something into him on the grounds that it might persuade him to speak. And he's only got 4 hit points left, so he's down to 3. Will he take it all the way? Well, that is possibly attack. Roll again. So yeah, he looks like he might be gearing up for another punch, even though we're trying to restrain him. Right, that's negotiate. Roll again. He's going to try and ask what's in it for him, and we say your life. And his reaction to that is friendly. Okay. So yes, he does see the merit in speaking. We made a stupid promise there. This guy's inherently evil. We'll see what he has to say and whether or not we keep our cool. Right, so he turns around and says, there's just some bandits and a horde of goblins who submitted. We captured them. They now work for us. We ask, are there any prisoners? And he laughs. Yeah, there were prisoners. Are there any left? No. And he says, the thief will be particularly valuable. Right, that makes us think of Cullen de Filch. Now why was he particularly valuable? And the priest says, haven't you heard of the glorious hand? And the glorious hand is something that Liz has heard of from listening to stories on Fogor Isle, which is the bad part of Threshold. And the glorious hand is the hand of a thief, which can be turned into a powerful good luck charm that can bring you riches and fortune, but that requires actually cutting the hand off a dead thief. And when Liz tells everybody this, well, we assume he's talking about Cullen de Filch, and well, that's his fate. So we ask, what about the other prisoner? This cleric sneers and says, that wannabe do-gooder? No, he doesn't deserve to live. We ask, is he alive? And he just says, barely. Barely is better than no, he's dead. And we ask, well, what kind of state was he in when you last saw him? And this priest says, close to death, if not dead. And we ask, what about this ancient temple that's further in here? He just laughs and says, well, I'm going to convert that to worship of me. Yes, this place will become my headquarters. Headquarters for what? Well, to take over the world, of course. And he laughs maniacally. We've had enough of this idiot, and he's too dangerous to leave behind. Liz is going to try a backstab, and that's just enough to dispatch him. We'll search him for any treasure, and he has a ring which looks magical. Indeed, it has the same kind of decorations as our 2 rings of fire protection. It is indeed a 3rd ring of fire protection. We search his desk, and he has papers about his plans to take over the world. He has a small box with some gems in it. Well, that's compensation. The gems are worth 400 gold each, and there's 3 of them. And also we find a box, just a plain wooden box, and we open it, and in there is a severed hand. That's probably the hand of Cullen de Filch. Looks like he's dead. But we have a glimmer of hope that Donard may be alive. Will he still be alive when we get to him? There is a second lever on this wall. Malin pulls it out of curiosity, and it opens up a pit here, 10 foot square, and in the bottom of this pit is a giant shrew, which immediately starts squeaking to detect what's happened. And well, it is a creature, it's obviously starved, so we quickly just pull that lever again, and this trapdoor shuts, and it's trapped in that pit. We're just going to leave that. Finally leave this master's chamber and take the passage this way. We have been told that there is a bandit and a horde of goblins up ahead, so we are going to go cautious and we won't be surprised, but let's see how we fare when we enter into this room here. Right, we're going to come down this narrow icy passage in our usual formation. Malin is going to cast Shield. Anybody hearing that in this room might likely think it was just their own priest casting a spell. Shield lasts long enough to be cast before a fight. It lasts 2 turns. Malin only has an invisibility and a phantasmal force left. Sylvia has a magic missile and a phantasmal force, but those are powerful spells. Let's just go in here and see what we can do. And we walk in and we find there are 10 goblins, a goblin leader and a fighter, and they're all just milling around. They're in no particular order. Some may be sitting cross-legged and some might be asleep on beds. Told here they automatically lose the first initiative roll. That means we have surprise. Now I'm going to put 4 of the goblins on archery, and they're at the back. Well, what are we going to do with our surprise round? We've caught them unawares. We'll start with Liz. Can she just take out one of the goblin archers? And she can't. She can do 3 damage. It's from 4 to 1. Can Sylvia take out one? Yes, she can. There are 2 goblin archers left. That's 2 spells. In this area here, I'm going to say there is the goblin leader and 3 of the other goblins, and Malin is going to invoke a phantasmal force to create the impression that the ice ceiling has collapsed in a kind of avalanche. These people need to make saving throws versus spells to not be knocked unconscious by the illusion. They have to throw 18 or more and there's 4 of them. And 2 fail. 1 succeeds. I'm gonna say that's the goblin leader. Everybody sees the ceiling of the cave collapse on top of this bunch of 4 goblins. 3 of them are buried, but one of them, the goblin leader, picks himself up. That is the surprise round. Let's do Goblin, who misses. And let's do Cleric, who hits and kills another goblin. So there are 2 goblin archers and 2 goblin melee and a goblin leader and a fighter. And let's do round 1. And we get initiative. Malin can't do anything. He's concentrating on holding the phantasmal force. Again, I'm not sure technically how this works. Do you cast it? Are these people knocked unconscious for a duration? We're told a certain number of turns, 1 to 4 I think. Or are they only held unconscious as long as the illusion lasts and they can break free after 1 to 4 turns? I'm going to say that Malin is concentrating on keeping those 3 goblins under the illusion that they are unconscious. Let's have Liz try and take out another goblin archer. Nah, she fails. Can Sylvia? Nah, she fails as well. Right, let's have Goblin take on another melee goblin. And +1 for strength is 14. She hits AC 5 and does 2 damage. And let's see if Cleric, who has, in this little adventure, been a complete beast, and he beasts on, he kills another goblin. So there are 3 goblin archers, one of them is down to 1 HP, there's 1 goblin melee on 2 HP, and there's the goblin leader and the fighter. Well, the goblin leader is a 3-hit dice monster, and the fighter is level 2. Their turn. Now the goblin leader is a tough thingy and does 1d8 +1. Oh. And he hits going and takes 8 points off her. She is down to 4 HP. Right. And the fighter obviously has great strength and possibly a magic sword, because he does 1d8 +4. He must have a THAC0 of 16. Because 3 of that +4 is from his strength. Therefore, he must get the strength bonus to his THAC0. Well, he misses Cleric. It's round 2. And we get initiative again. Liz. I forgot in round 1 the goblin archers didn't go. I'll give the goblin archers their turn. 1 on Liz, badly misses. In fact, it might hit one of its own friends in the back of the head. And it does. Right, it did 1 point of damage. That's enough to reduce one of the goblin melees to 1 HP. The second one is on Liz and hits and does 3 points of damage. She's to 16. And 1 is on Sylvia and misses. Now it is round 2 and we got initiative, so let's. Liz takes out a goblin archer. Sylvia takes out another goblin archer. Malin is keeping 3 unconscious. Going, I'd better hit this goblin leader. She's nearly dead. No, actually, spells. She's going to cast Cure Light Wounds on herself. As she does 3, she is up to 7. Might save her from death. Cleric. Oh, look at that. Does 10 damage. The fighter is down to 5 HP. He might need a morale check. There's 1 goblin archer left. And he misses. The goblin leader hits and does 5 points. Goblin is down to 2. Good job she cast Cure Light Wounds. The fighter is on Cleric. Oh boy, he hits. He does 10 damage. Cleric is down to 7. Right. Round 3. And they get initiative. Holy sugar. There's one Goblin Archer. It's on Liz. Misses. There's one Goblin Melee, which is going to go up and try and go for Cleric. And hits. And does 6 points of damage. Cleric is down to 1 HP. We have the Hobgoblin leader, who misses. And we have this fighter who misses. Right, okay. Our turn. We've got Goblin on 2 HP, Cleric on 1 HP. Let's archery eyes Liz. Try and go for this fighter. She misses. Sylvia, cast a magic missile on this fighter. Yes, and she kills it. Cleric, see if you can help Donard. You can, and you do 7 damage. It's down to 8. And Goblin, see if you can help yourself out. She misses. Right. It's round 4. Let's roll for initiative. And it's mutual. Right, I'll do them first. I'll do the Goblin Archer on Liz. Helps if you throw the right dice. On Liz. And it misses. I'll do the Goblin Melee on Cleric. Misses. And I'll do the Goblin Leader on Goblin. And that is a miss, because her AC is 1. So that is their round over, and it's our turn. We're going to do the Goblin Leader, Liz. Misses. Sylvia hits and does 5 damage. It's down to 3 HP. Goblin misses. Cleric, yes, kills it. Malin is still holding these 3 goblins unconscious. Gowan has another Cure Light Wounds. She's going to cast that on Cleric. For 3 points, he's up to 4. He's going to drink a potion of healing. That's another 5, he's up to 9. Right, at some point we're going to have to dispatch these 3 goblins. So if Malin stops the Phantasmal Force, they're going to be prone on the ground. I'm going to say we get 3 free attacks on them, and that's what's going to happen. Let's do 3 melee attacks. Let's do Sylvia with the sword. Yes, kills 1. Let's do Cleric with the sword. Misses. And let's do Liz with a short sword +2. Yes, excellent, kills the other. There's 1 goblin left. And we get initiative. And we're just going to see if get rid of it. Yeah, Cleric kills it. Our new Cleric is on 2, has cast a couple of really abysmal Cure Light Wounds. Yep, she fits right in. I think we're going to use the Staff of Healing on Cleric and Gowan. Cleric. Excellent. He's up to 16. Gowan. She's up to 4. She's not going to go into frontline combat again. That was quite tough, but I think we'll end it here today, and we will explore the next part of the cave, which I have to draw next time. Okay. See you then.